Yo, Sanjo Che here, people. What's going on? Honestly, it's that time of year again where we apparently have a new Gundam series to actually watch. So, I said, why not review it, especially since I watched the initial episode, or I guess episode 0 that they released, for Gundam Build Divers. So, of course, I'm not sure how many episodes this is going to take up for this season. If, well, based on prior experience, it might be 24, 25, 26, who knows. But I said, why not? Stick around for the ride and review it. So, I hope you guys love these reviews. Stay tuned. It'll be a new segment, obviously. So, yeah. So, if any of you guys are familiar with the previous Gundam Build series, like Gundam Build Fighters and Gundam Build Fighters Try, you already suspect or assume that this is another glorified way for them to do advertisements for Gundam model kits, or Gunpla as they would call it. So that hasn't changed about this. Honestly, the first episode, it's an okay start to this new series in terms of my first impressions. I definitely feel Build Fighters and Build Fighters Try had a stronger start for me personally, going towards the end of the episode. But in terms of like my general opinion, I think Gundam Build Divers may have more potential than Gundam Build Fighters and Build Fighters Try, but we'll get right into that. So, in terms of the plot, or what Gundam Build Divers surrounds or deals with, essentially, similar to Build Fighters and Build Fighters Try, we deal with the main characters basically using Gunpla model kits as, of course, a means of advertising and marketing these Gunpla models in real life as well, no matter how you slice and dice it, marketing. And using them for Gundam battles in either some simulated environment. That's what the Gundam Build series has always revolved around. In this case, they've basically introduced the concept of, well, not really, it's nothing new where fiction is concerned. It's kind of like that simulated digital world environment, like, well, virtual world, where in this time around, the characters actually go in, they actually log in, like some form of MMO, but it's kind of like sort of online or .hoc side where the actual characters actually go in and have some avatar where they control. They can, look, feel, taste, and experience everything firsthand, as opposed to like the previous Build Fighters where they were in some simulated cockpit and they control them all via like plastic particles or whatever however it's pronounced. So there's that. We have our main character, Riku, who operates the double O Diver. He's, of course, the base model being the Gundam Double O. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know. This first episode, it was okay. It was honestly just okay. Nothing too noteworthy. I mean, we have the standard Riku, I guess probably the cliche thing at this point, with the main character Riku essentially witnessing a Gundam battle or a Gunpla battle by the champion Kyoji? Sorry if I butchered the name, probably got that wrong. But yeah, so he witnesses it, wants to get into the Gunpla battle himself. Pretty straightforward plot. He eventually gets his model, tries out the Gundam Battle Network, Battle Nexus experience, which is basically the virtual world where all these Gundam battles are going to be taking place, essentially. And as I said, it's kind of like a virtual world, more like an MMO kind of experience where this series is concerned, which is definitely interesting where Gundam is concerned, because I don't think any of the build series have fully done a full-blown series of events like how this series is going to set up. I mean, the Build Fighters and Build Fighters Try aside, there was another build series. It was more like a one-off thing. I forgot the name of it. That's the closest I've seen compared to this one. But all in all, our characters eventually get into a battle. They try it out. It's like a tutorial battle just to show you how close it is to actually being a game, so to speak. One thing I will say though, the art style or the character designs this time around, at least for the main characters, they seem more simplistic than usual, or at least compared to Build Fighters and Build Fighters Shrine. It's not a bad thing, but it's just something I realized. Of course, I'm pretty sure that ties into the fact that the target audience for this show is kids at the end of the day, and people are gonna actually just buy the Gundam model kits at the end of the day as well. So there's that. The animation was okay, not too crazy, I'd say. The art is pretty decent. But all in all, yeah, it feels like there's not much to say. I mean, that aside, the hook, I'd say, for this episode, surprisingly enough, is not even the main character, because all the while watching this episode, I'm trying to say, okay, what's going to be the overarching plot? Granted, the Build series don't necessarily have this in-depth plot. I mean, they're just, as I've been mentioning, series for the fun of it, for advertising the Gunpla models at the end of the day. But at the same time, even though it's not too in-depth, and it's really and truly just for the fun of it, and for, you know, us as Gundam fans to come in and see a lot of cameos and a lot of, I guess, fantasy-based battles, like what if, you know, this model fought this model, or this Gundam fought this Gundam. It still needs something. And the hook for apparently is this mysterious girl they meet in the GBN towards the end of the episode, who apparently doesn't really have any backstory as of yet. So it's going to be interesting to see how this series unfolds and where it goes from here. I say it has more potential because with this being a virtual world, and based on even what they were saying in the preview for episode 2, the scope of the GBN is basically on a universal scale. So there's lots of areas where they could explore, or there's room for exploration, and lots of areas for people to interact with, and all that jazz and blues. So I don't know. Overall, the first episode, I usually try not to give ratings, but it's a decent 6 or 7 out of 10, I suppose. To book, I mean, it's Gundam, so I definitely say check it out. Or at least if you haven't checked out the previous Build series, you could check them out as well. So there's that as well. But you could definitely check it out. It should be interesting along the way. I'm kind of gearing up for a 24 to 26 episode series here, so there's that. And I'm not sure if this is going to tie into the previous Build series. It seems like it's going to be a standalone and not be necessarily connected to the previous two, so there's that. But anyway, Sanju, cheer, rate, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you thought about this review and if you've actually seen the episode. As I said, the pacing, okay. Art style a bit simplistic, but it gets the job done. Art animation, it was okay. Not too much to I guess bite into where plot is concerned. It seems like it's going to be a fun series at the end of the day. I'm interested to see how, well, where the series goes with this mysterious girl that's introduced. So there's that. So anyways, rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.